Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today I am going to be testing out the Melt Cosmetics Blueprint eyeshadow palette. This is by no means a new palette. This has been out for quite a few years, but I recently picked it up on Beauty Bay because I think it was like 30% off, so I got it for like £27 when normally it's about £40. It's been in my wish list for ever since I think I got my Beauty Bay account, so I picked it up. So if you guys haven't seen it before, this is the actual palette itself, and then you've got the tones, which is absolutely stunning. I have the green one, the Smoke Sessions I believe it's called, which is one of the most gorgeous green palettes ever, and now I have the blue version and I'm very excited to try it. This is the outside packaging, so again, hence the name Blueprint, so it kind of is very fitting. So yeah, we're just gonna get on with the eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna put on some sellotape because I want to make a nice look today and then we'll get started. So now that we're taped and ready to go, I'm going to start off with Dim Out. So this is actually, we're starting off with a matte shade, but it's way too deep than what I normally go for because the palette doesn't have a crazy amount of matte shades. I think it has like it has 2 matte shades and the rest are shimmers, which are not, obviously it's not a bad thing, but for me I like to start off with a matte shade and then gradually get into my shimmer. So I'm going to start off with the only matte shade that I kind of want to use today. The brown one is super nice, but I don't know how well it will kind of work with the blue, but we'll see how this goes. So again, I have sellotape on for precision because I do tend to make a mess, so I'm hoping this doesn't stain my lid, because I mean, not that I'm doing anything after, but to have blue eyeshadow on or stained on my lid is probably not the best look. But we're just going to build this up because it seems a little bit light when I put it on my lid. And I mean, I have recently just taken off some makeup because I've done a video before this one, but it shouldn't make any difference whatsoever. So I'm hoping that this is gonna just be nice, because you can tell how deep it is in the palette, but when I actually have it on my lid it's completely different. So let's see if this why this is doing this, but I'm just going to tap to kind of make it look a bit even. So now I'm going to go, I'm actually going to go in with that brown. So this is called Hammered, and I'm just going to take a kind of flat-ish fluffy brush, and I'm just going to take it to kind of blend on my inner corner just to see if it will help anything. So it's going to blend that out. I kind of regret adding that shade now. It does look a little bit off-putting. It doesn't work well. I am going to probably end up covering it with a shimmer because I don't like the way it looks. I might have made a mistake on that end, but we're just going to carry on. So I am going to go in with Deadbolt, which is this one just here. So I'm just going to take another one of my brushes. Oh, see, it seems super duper pigmented. So I'm going to see how it works on the lid here. And the Smoke Sessions palette that I have, I absolutely love it. It is one of my favourite green eyeshadow palettes ever, especially with Melt, because I've said this quite a few times anyway, but they're known for their shadows to not be as consistent, especially with some of their mid palettes. Like you've got like the green one, I've only heard, like the Smoke Sessions one, I've heard really good things of, and a couple of the other ones, like I think it's called like the Brute palette. It's got some kind of like nude-ish tones that I've heard that one's not that great, but you know, they look gorgeous. But they're new palettes that they're coming out with, I honestly cannot wait for them. They look amazing. The ones with the they're not star signs, but the fire, water, earth palettes. I can't wait to get that. I'm definitely picking up the red one. I just don't know when they'll be available in the UK because Beauty Bay get everything super duper like much later after a release, but I would definitely pick one up. But I just don't know if, I mean, I could order one from their website, I just don't know if there's any custom charges, because I'd rather not get charged customs in all honesty, but we shall see. So this shade is definitely very, very pigmented, and I do like this shade a lot. So this is Deadbolt, so this is so far a shade that I am really enjoying. Now I am going to go in probably in my corners. I'm probably going to go in with Hot Wire, which is this one just here. And so we're just going to take as much as we can and just bring it here and just hope this kind of blends into it. It's not too, I'm not going like too heavy with it, because I'm going to use that deep blue to finish off the look. So we're using Hot Wire as a kind of adding brightness to my corner. So now I'm going in with King Stud. King Stud, that's an odd name. I'm just going to take a really kind of flat brush. This is by Unicorn Cosmetics, so I'm just going to take this and kind of run it here and hope that it will show up. Okay, that's not looking terrible. It's not looking, oh there we go. I need to like really dig into it. I just don't want to dig too deep, because I don't want to like damage my shade, even though I've obviously just got it, because they are quite sensitive when it comes to these shimmers. Like in my Gemini 2 palette, I don't know if it was because of Beauty Bay or just the packaging was a bit meh, but three of my shadows did smash. So I do have to be very careful when using, when they're like just trying to not like break them basically. So this is quite an interesting first impressions, I must say, because I kind of feel like this might be one of the palettes that does not live up to what I was hoping. What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to go off camera and put on the rest of my face, because I want to hopefully bring this look together and hope that it does look better after I put on a lot more makeup. So I'll be back with a full face. Okay, so I'm back. I actually added a little bit of the shade Beaming to my inner corner, and I don't know what to say about this palette. It's very hit and miss, but it's not the worst palette I've ever tried, honestly. I kind of, looking at what I've done, the first shade, which was Dim Out, I don't know what that shade was, because it came out as really patchy. It came out super light than it was in this palette. I don't know if this is because this is an older palette. Is it gone off? What's going on with it? I mean, I've seen previous kind of reviews and it's looked perfectly fine, so I don't know. The shimmers, I mean, Melt always do amazing shimmers. That's one thing I know for sure, especially in the 4 other palettes that I've tried. But this one seems to be a little bit lackluster in my opinion. I am still happy that I purchased it, because I am going to play around with it. I do want to use a lot more of these shades and potentially 1 or 2 more of these shades for a future look. Let me know if you've picked up this palette before. Do you like it? You're not too sure about it? I can't wait for the new ones to come out. I might have to go on the US website in all honesty to kind of see how long it might take. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there, and I hope you guys are doing really well. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.